wasn't loud, it wasn't wrong, didn't last more than a song. Just lips that met like they belonged, then quietly moved on. No promises, no alibi, no tears that needed asking why. Just a moment passing by, or so I tried. You smiled like it was nothing new, like hearts don't keep what lips once do. You walked away like kisses fade, mine never learned. A kiss that stayed too long, long after you were gone. It learned my name, it learned my face, it learned how to belong. A kiss that stayed too long, soft as an old love song. It didn't hurt the day you left, it hurt when time moved on. I felt it in the weeks that passed, in empty nights that moved too fast, in other arms that couldn't last against your past. Funny how the smallest thing can change the way forever sings. I kept the truth in quiet rings around that kiss. You probably forgot by June, a detail lost in something new. But every time the lights go low, I remember you. A kiss that stayed too long still hums the same old song. It plays in places I don't go, but somehow it belongs. A kiss that stayed too long, didn't know it was so strong. It wasn't love, it wasn't wrong, just stayed too long. Round my heart the echo spins, round the night where it begins, round the truth I won't confess. Some goodbyes leave less. Slow your steps, slow your breath. Some kisses never know their depth. They don't end, they don't depart, they just need. If you had kissed me one more time, I might have known where to begin. But you kissed me just enough to never let me quit. A kiss that stayed too long, outlived what it was from. I aged, I changed, the world moved on, but that kiss stayed young. A kiss that stayed too long taught my heart where it went wrong. Not every love is meant to last. Some just wing on. I used to think I missed you, but it wasn't you I carried, it was the kiss. And it never learned how to say goodbye. The moon slips in through half-closed blinds, like it's been here every night. It sees the mess I keep inside, but never turns away its light. I sit alone with honest thoughts, no reason left, no alibi. The moon just listens quietly. Moonlight never asks why. It don't ask where love has gone, or why your chair is empty still. It shines like nothing's really wrong, like maybe nothing ever was. Moonlight never asks why. It just stays and lets me cry. Doesn't judge, doesn't reply. Moonlight never asks why. Moonlight never asks why. Moonlight never asks why. Who I lost or how I tried. It only knows the shape of sighs. Moonlight never asks why. Your memory moves soft and slow, like jazz played after closing time. I still wear love like yesterday, pressed and neat, but past its prime. The city sleeps, the truth wakes up in silver shades across the floor. Funny how the night knows me better than the day before. I don't explain, I don't deny, I don't defend the tears I hide. I just let silence pass me by. Moonlight never asks why.
Moonlight never asks why.
It holds the truth I can't deny. It sees the man I am inside. Moonlight never asks why. Slow comes the night again, Slow goes the weight of them, slow lungs the heart to stay. When words get in the way, round goes the lonely tune. Same stars, same tired moon. I don't beg, I wouldn't fly. Moonlight never asks why. If love were something to defend, I'd stand my ground until the end. But love is just a gentle light that leaves before the morning fires. Moonlight never asks why. It holds the truth I can't deny. It doesn't need a reason why. Moonlight never asks why.
Moonlight never asks why.
It stays when all my words run dry. It doesn't need a reason why. Moonlight never asks why. I used to think the moon was here to remind me of you. But maybe it's here to remind me. The room is quiet, the lights are low. The crowd went home an hour ago. I sit with keys that never lie. White and black know how to cry. I play it soft, I play it slow, like I don't want the truth to know. Every note I try to hide finds its way to the other side. I can fool the world all day with a practiced smile and charm, but these keys don't let me run. They know exactly who I am. The piano knows my secrets, every love I couldn't keep, every promise I believed in, every night I couldn't sleep. The piano knows my secrets, plays them soft, plays them true, I can lie to almost anyone, but I can't lie to you. Your name still lives in minor chords, in spaces where I hesitate. I learned to sing around the truth, but my hands don't know how to fake. The bench still holds my weight tonight, like it remembers who I was. Funny how a wooden room can show a man what love has done. I don't shout, I don't confess, I just let my fingers speak. Some hearts write letters in the dark, some just play them on the keys. The piano knows my secrets, all the names I never say, all the chances I walked past and thought I'd be okay. The piano knows my secrets, every truth I can outrun. It waits until the lights go down, then tells me everyone. Round the keys the same refrain, round the love I can't explain, round the nights I'd play alone with truths I've always known. Slow the hand, slow the sound, slow the walls closing around. I don't fight, I don't defend, I just let the night attend. If I ever sounded brave, it was just the song talking. If I ever said I moved on, it was the piano and for me. The piano knows my secrets, not to hurt, not to shame. It plays them back so tenderly, they almost sound like grace. The piano knows my secrets, and it keeps them all in tune, turns my scars into melodies. I can finally sit with him. used to think I played the piano, but all this time it's been playing into telling the truth. The room was dressed in candlelight. The band knew every move just right. I fixed my tie, I played it cool, like lonely men are trained to do. You walked in like the night behaved, like stars decided how to stay. Every eye forgot its place when you smile, that kind of grace. I've seen love come in many ways, some loud, some dressed in pain, but tonight it moved with quiet class and whispered my name. Love or tuxedo tonight, black and white, soft and polite. It held my hand beneath the light. Love wore a tuxedo tonight. Love wore a tuxedo tonight. Didn't rush, didn't fight. It danced me slow, it felt so right. Love wore a tuxedo tonight. The floor knew steps before we did, like it remembered how love lived. We spoke in glances, sips of wine, in perfectly rehearsed time. The trumpet cried just once or twice, like it knew this wasn't forever. Funny how the sweetest nights always act like they're clever. I didn't ask where this would go, didn't need tomorrow's proof. Some moments only come to teach how good love looks in truth. Love wore a tuxedo tonight, pressed and clean, dressed just right. It kissed my down good night. Love wore a tuxedo tonight. Love wore a tuxedo tonight. Mood so smooth, it stayed so light, like it knew it couldn't stay the night. Love wore a tuxedo tonight. Round the room a gentle sway, round my heart the words to say, round the truth we won't confess. Love looks best when it's less. Round the band the final tune, round the clock the end too soon. I don't stop it, I don't fight. Love wore a tuxedo tonight. Stayed in everyday clothes, maybe I'd have asked it to stay, but love tonight was dressed too well to beg for yesterday. Love wore a tuxedo tonight, taught my heart some old school right, that love don't have to last for life. To feel tonight. I thought love came to stay for it is. Turns out it came to remind me I still knew how to dance. You didn't rush, you didn't cry, didn't look for words to hide. You stood there calm, like you had time, like leaving me was rehearsed just right. Your coat was hanging by the door, like it already knew the truth. I watched you reach for something small and lose everything we knew. You didn't break, you didn't fall, didn't make goodbye feel wrong. You leaned in close, so soft, so slow, like you'd been practicing all along. It was the way you leaned into goodbye, not too close, not too far, like you'd already said your cry somewhere deep inside your heart. It was the way you leaned into goodbye, like love was done explaining why. You didn't fight, you didn't try. It was the way you leaned into goodbye. The room stayed quiet after you, like it respected what you did. Even the clock refused to move, like it felt a little guilty. I picked up words you left behind. They didn't fit me anymore. Funny how love can change its size the moment it walks out the door. You didn't shout, you didn't beg, didn't ask me what to do. You leaned in like you knew I'd stay, standing right where I about you. It was the way you leaned into goodbye, so gentle it felt kind, like you were saving both our lives by not staying one more night. It was the way you leaned into goodbye, no anger left, no alibis. Just one last look, one final sigh. It was the way you leaned into goodbye. Slow the room, slow the sound, slow the truth going down, slow the love learning to move without something to hold on to. Round the heart the same refrain, some goodbyes don't come with pain, they come dressed in calm and grace and leave a quieter kind of ache. If you had screamed, I might have stayed. If you had cried, I might have tried. But you said goodbye so beautifully, I didn't dare ruin the line. It was the way you leaned into goodbye, like it wasn't anyone's fault. Like love had simply changed its mind, and we were old enough to talk. It was the way you leaned into goodbye that taught my heart a softer truth. Some love don't leave with broken sounds, they leave the way you do. I always thought the hardest part would be watching you leave. But it was realizing you'd already gone before you leaned in. Morning comes like it's unsure if I still live in yesterday. The sun peeks in but doesn't stay, like it knows I'm not okay. I shave my face, I fix my tie, practice smiles I won't explain. Every mirror tells a lie, says I look just fine today. I walk ahead, but every step feels borrowed, slow and overdue. My body's here, my hands are free, but my heart stayed back with you. I left my heart in yesterday, where your goodbye still softly plays, in faded laughs in slow replay. I left my heart in yesterday. I left my heart, I walked away, but it refused to come with me. I learned to smile, I learned to say, I'm fine, but not completely. The radio knows all my sins, plays every song we used to be. Old love sounds better on vinyl when it's wrapped in memory. The streets still wear your perfume in corners where we used to stand. Funny how a simple tune can ruin such a careful man. I don't chase what's gone away, I don't curse what couldn't stay. I just live from day to day, with my heart in yesterday. I left my heart in yesterday, where every promise learned to fade, in tender words I couldn't save. I left my heart in yesterday. I left my heart, I walked away, but it still beats in yesterday. I learned to breathe, I learned to say, I'm fine, but not completely. Round and round the same old tune, afternoons and broken moons. Round and round the truth I hide. I moved on, but love didn't try. Round and round the days move fast, but yesterday still makes them last. I don't fight it, I don't pray, I just visit yesterday. If hearts could pack and follow time, mine would still be by your side. Not because I can't be new, but because I once was true. I left my heart in yesterday, not out of fear, not out of pain,
but love was honest in that place before it learned to break. I left my heart in yesterday, where I was more than just okay, where love was slow, where words would stay. I left my heart in yesterday. They say you should live for today, but yesterday is the only place I was brave enough to love. I sang soft like Sunday rain, like words afraid to break. I held love in quiet hands, you held it wide awake. You laughed in crowded rooms, I smiled where shadows stood. I whispered things I meant to last, you shouted things you could. You wanted fireworks at noon, I wanted candles late. We loved the same exact dream, just at a different weight. I sang soft, you loved loud. I meant forever, you meant now. Same old song, different sound. Some hearts rise, some don't shout. I sang soft, you love loud. I held it in, you let it out. We weren't wrong, we weren't proud, just loving different ways. I stayed home with radio tunes, you danced with open skies. I believed in slow goodbyes, you believed in alibis. I read between the lines of us, you read the room instead. Funny how we both felt love, just not the same. You called my silence distance, I called your noise a plea. We kept translating love in different languages. I sang soft, you love loud. You needed proof, I needed vows. Same refrain, different crowd. I meant deep, you meant proud. I volume of the heart die. Round and round the same old fight. Who's too much? Who's not enough? You burn bright, I burn long. We both called it love. Slow it down, turn it low. Listen where the quiet goes. Some hearts pray, some hearts plead. Both just need. If I had screamed a little more, you might have stayed a while. If you had listened just once, you might have heard forever. I sang soft, you loved loud. I held the night, you held the crowd. Time proved neither right nor wrong, just two hearts out of song. I sang soft, you loved loud, and somehow love still counts, even when the volume fades and the music runs out. I used to think one of us loved better, but now I know we just loved honestly. In different keys. The band was tired, the room was thin, like it knew the night was through. I watched the floor forget its shine the moment it saw you. Your heels moved soft across the truth, like lies that didn't want to stay. Every step you took felt time, like love rehearsed its last ballet. You didn't smile for the crowd, you didn't look my way. You danced like something fragile was slipping far away. She danced like the song was ending, like time was losing hold. Every turn said, don't ask why. Every sway felt old. She danced like the song was ending, like goodbye learned how to move. She held the night in borrowed hands, then slowly let it loose. The trumpet cried in half a breath, like it knew what came too soon. I saw the truth inside your eyes before the final tune. Your dress caught light like memories that never learned to stay. Funny how the body knows what the heart won't say. You didn't need a closing line, didn't need me to agree. You danced the truth in perfect ten and left it there with we. She danced like the song was ending, like love had lost its place. Every step was resignation, dressed in gray. She danced like the song was ending, no drama, no disguise, just a woman saying goodbye without a single line. Round the room, the final spin, round the heart that won't give in, round the truth I almost missed. Love can end like this. Slow the lights, slow the sound, slow the way the band breaks down. I don't reach, I don't pretend, I just watch the ending. If I had asked you one last time, you might have stayed another song. But some goodbyes are written best when nobody seems around. She danced like the song was ending, not to hurt, not to run, but to leave before the silence had begun. She danced like the song was ending, taught my heart a quiet truth, that love don't always say goodbye. Sometimes it blows. I thought she danced that way because the song was ending,
But she danced that way because she'd already decided I wouldn't be in the next one.
After midnight, the world gets calm, like it's done pretending to be strong. The streets go quiet, the truth wakes up, and every sound feels like a song. The clock don't rush, the phone don't ring, the room just breathes the dark. Funny how silence knows exactly where to leave its mark. I don't call, I don't explain, I don't ask the past to stay. But when the night forgets the noise, I still hear you anyway. I still hear you after midnight, in every slow and broken tune, in the space between the notes, in the hum of a lonely room. I still hear you after midnight, when the world has gone to sleep. You don't knock, you don't ask him, you just stay quietly. Your laughter lives in halftime beats, in old ideas I never quit. I packed you up in memory, but memory don't know how to sit. The moon writes shadows on the floor, like letters I won't send. Funny how a voice you loved never really ends. I don't chase what's left behind, I don't fight what used to be. But when the night turns down the lights, you still come back to me. I still hear you after midnight, in every sigh I can't ignore, in the way the floorboard sings where you used to cross the floor. I still hear you after midnight, soft as smoke, slow as truth. You don't say a single word, but I know it's you. Tick by tick, the night goes on, same old stars till almost dawn. I don't ask, I don't deny. Some voices don't say goodbye. Around the room, the same old sound. Love still walking softly around. I don't look, I don't pursue, I just let the night hear you. Never missing you was all I did. I'd never sleep again. But this ain't missing, this is love, learning how to bend. I still hear you after midnight, not like pain, not like blame, more like comfort dressed in sound, more like someone knows my name. I still hear you after midnight, and somehow I'm okay. You don't haunt me, you don't hurt, you just stay. I thought hearing you meant I hadn't let go, but maybe it means you left gently enough to stay. Back when hearts didn't overthink, when love walked fast and talked in sync, we danced before we counted scars, we believed in signs and stars. A kiss was just a start of night, not something we'd rehearse. We loved like time was on our side before it learned to hurt. We didn't weigh every word we said, didn't fear the fall. Love had rhythm, love had breath, love had a pulse. When love used to swing, it moved us along. Every maybe felt like yes, every night had a song. When love used to swing, we didn't ask why, we just held on to the moment and let fly. We dressed our dreams in simple clothes, didn't need a grand design. We fell in love between the notes and trusted every line. Now we pause before we feel, measure every spark. Funny how we learned control but lost the dark. We learned too much, we saw too far. We named every mistake. Back then love didn't need a plan, it just took shape. When love used to swing, it didn't explain. It laughed, it leaned, it missed a beat, then danced again. When love used to swing, we trusted the tune. Now we ask if it's safe before we move. Round the floor the old refrain, round the joy before the rain, round the nights we didn't know what goodbye would grow. Slow it down, hear it ring, that unassent old swing. It wasn't blind, it wasn't wrong, just young. If I could borrow one old night just to remember how I danced before I doubted love, like we all knew how. When love used to swing, it didn't demand. It took your heart and taught your feet how to land. When love used to swing, we relieved in the song, not because it promised forever, but because it felt right. We say love was better back then, like time stole something true. But maybe love didn't change at all. Maybe we just forgot how to dance to it. The sky tonight wears satin blue, soft enough to make me stay. The stars don't rush, they take their time, like they learned how to say goodbye. Your shadow lingers on the wall, not to hurt, just to remind. Some love don't leave with broken doors, they leave politely kind. You didn't promise, I didn't beg. We both knew the truth somehow. The hardest words we never said are resting with us now. Satin skies and slow goodbyes. Nothing loud, no final cries. Just gentle nights and tired eyes. Satin skies and slow goodbyes. Satin skies and slow goodbyes. Love dressed down, no alibis. Just holding on while letting slide. Satin skies and slow goodbyes. The moon hangs low like it understands that endings don't need blame. We danced around the truth so long, it finally learned our names. Your hand slipped out of mine so slow, like it didn't want to wake. Even the night leaned in close to hear the choice we'd made. I don't ask where love went wrong. I don't count the things we lost. Some hearts are meant to travel far, not meant to pay the cost. Satin skies and slow goodbyes. Soft hellos in sad disguise. Love don't stream when it decides. Satin skies and slow goodbyes. Satin skies and slow goodbyes. No regrets, no last replies. Just the truth in lullabies. Satin skies and slow goodbyes. Slow the night, slow the tune, slow the heart that loved too soon, slow the words we won't deny. Some goodbyes are meant to glide round the stars, the same old view, round the love that once was new. I don't chase, I don't try, I just let the moment fly. If love had asked us both to stay, we might have tried one more abide. But love
tonight just smiled and said, you'll both be alright. Satin skies and slow goodbyes feel like peace in soft disguise. Not a win, not a loss, just a moment we outgrew. Satin skies and slow goodbyes taught my heart a quieter truth, that loving someone sometimes
The room smells like unfinished words and nights that didn't go as planned. Ashtrays full of almost truths and love that slipped right through my hands. Your promise still hangs in the air, like smoke that doesn't know where to go. I wave it off, but it stays close, like it's got something left to show. I don't blame the dark for what it hides. I don't blame the flame for what it burns. Some promises are meant to break before the lessons learned. Blue smoke over broken promises, slowly dancing in the lights. Not angry, just a little honest about how love ends the night. Blue smoke over broken promises, nothing left to prove or say, just what we swore would never fade, drifting away. Your voice still hangs in second chances. I never quite believed in time. I trusted words dressed up so well, they fooled a heart like mine. The band plays low, the lights stay blue, like they know what I've been through. Funny how a lie can sound so sweet until it's due. I don't curse the hand I played, Some hearts learn truth the hardest way, by loving what they see. Blue smoke over broken promises, soft and heavy, hard to breathe. Not regret, just consequences of believing what you see. Blue smoke over broken promises, no more tears, no alibis, just the shape love leaves behind as it says goodbye. Round the glass, the same old stain, round the truth I can't explain, round the words we said too fast. Some good lies don't last. Slow the night, let it burn. Slow the heart, let it learn. I don't run, I don't chase, I just watch the smoke erase. If love was honest when it swore, it forgot to stay that way. Or maybe I just heard what I needed it to say. Blue smoke over broken promises feels like truth without the sting. Not betrayal, not forgiveness, just the cost of everything. Blue smoke over broken promises teaches hearts to read between what was said and what was meant, and what was never clean. I used to think the promises were broken. Turns out they were just too honest about who we were. The night is slow, the room is blue. Same old chairs, same old view. I light a thought, I sip the pain. I breathe you in like summer rain. The clock ticks soft like it's afraid to wake the love we never saved. Every street knows where I've been, every song I don't say your name out loud, but silence does it just the same. I don't call you anymore, but the night still learns your name. When the night learns your name, it says it slow, it says it plain, in every star, in every flame. The night learns your name. When the night learns your name, my heart forgets how to behave. I smile smooth, I play the game, but the night learns your name. Your laugh still lives in minor keys, in old piano melodies. I dress my hurt in tailor-made, like gentlemen who never break. The bartender don't ask me why. He pours and lets the moment cry. Some men heal by letting go. I heal by letting the record slow. I don't chase what slipped away. I don't beg, I don't complain. I don't say your name out loud, but the night still learns your name. When the night learns your name, it hums it soft inside my veins. In every glass I try to drain, the night learns your name. When the night learns your name, it feels like joy, it feels like pain, like sweet old songs you can't escape. The night learns your name. Round and round the melody,
Round and round your memory,
round and round the same refrain.
sounds beautiful in pain.
Round and round the neon line.
Round and round another night.
I don't curse, I don't complain.
I just let the night explain.
If loving you was all I knew, then leaving you was never true. I didn't lose, I didn't fall, I just kept loving, that's all. When the night learns your name, it doesn't shout, it doesn't blame, it holds me like an old refrain. The night learns your name. When the night learns your name, I finally stop playing games. I let it hurt, I let it stay. The night learns your name. Funny thing, I thought I missed you all this time, but I don't miss you. I miss who I was before the night learned my name. We didn't start with broken hearts, we didn't plan the fall. We just trusted every spark and trusted, that was all. We thought love came with easy hands, like something heaven made. Didn't know it writes its lessons in mistakes. We laughed before we listened, held on before we knew. Love was young and so were we. That's usually how it goes. We learned love the hard way, through nights we couldn't save, through words we should have spoken but were too afraid. We learned love the hard way, not fast, not kind, not clean, but every scar it left behind taught us what love means. We held on when we should have bent, let pride take the lead. We confused being right with love and love with need. Funny how the heart grows wise after it's been hurt.
We learn truth don't always shine. Sometimes it burns. We wanted love without the cost, without the bruise or bend. But love don't come without a loss. It just depends. We learned love the hard way, by breaking what we feared, by staying when it hurt too much and leaving when it cleared. We learned love the hard way, through silence, through delay. Every wrong turn pointed us this way. Round the truth we wouldn't face, round the time we tried to change, round the love we couldn't hold, till it made us old. Slow it down, let it stay. Some lessons don't fade away. They don't shout, they don't warn, they're just learned. If love had been easy, I wouldn't know its name. If love hadn't hurt me, I'd still be the same. We learned love the hard way, but I don't call it lost. Every tear became a line, every line a cost. We learned love the hard way, and I wouldn't trade the pain, because now I know the difference between lonely and alone. I used to wish love had been kinder, but if it had, I might have never learned how to love.